All right? We know that something major is happening behind the scenes. We know that the economy is pretty much on its way out. All right? We know that the dollar's about to be obsolete. We know niggas gonna lose their minds. We know that the famine's gonna go down. All right? The shortages, okay? We know that civil war is going up. All right? The right versus the left, the right versus the left, Republican versus Democrat, liberals, all that shit. All right? So all this is being orchestrated to bring the ultimate demise to America, Babylon. All right? Going back. Ezekiel chapter 2, in verse 6, it says that thou son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of the words, though briars and thorns be with thee, thou doest dwell among scorpions. Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house, man. So the Lord said, don't be dismayed, don't be afraid of you niggas, man. You give us the dirty looks, you look at us like we crazy because we telling you the truth, right? Have I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Because at the end of the day, matter of fact, give me Ezekiel chapter 15. All right, because hey, y'all watch mess up at the top. All right, so those briars and thorns, right, which is symbolic of 2/3 of the nation of Israel, right? The Lord regarded you as that useless vine. Give me that real quick in Ezekiel 15. Read on down. You read the chapter.
Ezekiel 15:1.
Yep.
And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is this vine tree? It's like, what is the vine tree more than any tree?
Yep.
More than a branch which is among the trees of the forest? Shall wood be taken thereof to do any work?
Yep.
Or will men take a pin of it to hang any vessel thereon?
Right.
Behold, it is cast into the fire for fuel. The fire devours both the ends of it, and the midst of it is burned. Is it meat for any work?
Right, is it meat for any work? So the title of that chapter goes into Jerusalem being that useless vine, which is 2/3, which is regarded as what? The briars and thorns.
My chapter says a charred vine.
Yeah, a charred vine, right? The Lord is going to get rid of 2/3, right? You're that charred vine. Read on.
Verse 5. Behold, when it was whole, it was meat for no work.
Yeah.
How much less shall it be yet for any work when the fire hath devoured it and it is burned?
Yeah. You meat for nothing. Like brothers was going into last night, 2/3 are in the way. The Lord is going to get rid of that useless vine. Read on.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, as the vine tree among the trees of the forest, which I have given to the fire for fuel.
Which I have given to the fire for fuel. All right, 2/3 are fuel to the fire. Right? Read on.
So will I give the inhabitants of Jerusalem. I will set my face against them. They shall go out from one fire, and another fire shall devour them.
Man.
And ye shall know that I am the Lord, that I set my face against them, and I will make the land desolate, because they have committed a trespass against the Lord.
Yeah, that's it. So your destiny has been pretty much sanctioned, man. 2/3 got to go. I want to add on some more to that. Go ahead.
It's 2 Peter 3:9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise. So the Lord ain't slack, concerning his promise. As some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that should all come to recompense.
Yeah. So as it said, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, man. You see everything on the earth is turning up, man. Things are going next level, man. He ain't slack concerning his promise. We see the signs in the heavens. We see the signs in the earth, right? We understand that deliverance is on the way, salvation. All right, this is the time that what? The Lord said he was going to turn back the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. All right? Then also we see that what? The total destruction of Babylon the Great, America is on the way as well too. He ain't slack. We see it. Any more? Right, like it said, that all should come into repentance. Repent and believe the gospel. Set thyself, what does it say? 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter. Set thy house in order, reprove thy people, renounce corruption. That's what we were commanded to do. The wise virgins pursuing in Matthew 25. What did they do? They trimmed their lamps and they made themselves ready. For who? For the bridegroom, man. Yahweh Shai. Right? Go ahead. No, we didn't.
This is Ezekiel chapter 12, verse
Matter of fact, hold that. Let me get this, because we were talking about the briars and thorns being charred in the fire, which is 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Spanish, right? That rebellious nation. Isaiah 10 and verse 16, it says, therefore shall the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, send among his fat ones leanness, and under his glory he shall kindle a burning fire like the burning of a fire. Verse 17, and the light of Israel shall be for a fire, and the Holy One for a flame, and it shall burn and devour his thorns and his briars in one day. So we just read in Ezekiel, the 2nd chapter, the Lord said, though you be in the midst of briars and thorns and scorpions, be not afraid of them. Because the Lord is going to do this again. Let me read this again, Isaiah 10 and 17. I got one more, I'm going to get you. Isaiah 10 and 17, right? It says, and the light of Israel shall be for a fire, and his Holy One for a flame, and it shall burn and devour his thorns and his briars in one day. And it tells you in Revelation 18 that what? Babylon is going to be destroyed in 1 hour. One day, man. Verse 18, and shall consume the glory of his forest. That shows you as well that what? Trees are likened unto the people. Right? Was it in Mark where he said, I see, give me that, and I'm going to read it again.
27 through the
Because this is parabolic here. This is actually talking about the people, not actual literal trees. Things like Mark 6 and 4, if I'm not mistaken. God.
Mark 8:24.
God.
And he looked up and said, I see men as trees walking.
Yeah, I see men as trees walking. So let's go back. So we know this is talking about people. All right? Isaiah 10 and 18, and shall consume the glory of his forests, and of his fruitful field, both soul and body, and they shall be as when a standard bearer fainteth. Verse 19, and the rest of the trees of the forest shall be few, that a child may write them. So the Lord is going to spare the remnant. He's going to have mercy upon the election, right? Let me get one more. It's Isaiah 9 and 18. And it reads, for wickedness burneth as fire, it shall devour the briars and the thorns. The rebellious niggas. 2/3, it shall devour the briars and the thorns, it shall kindle in the thickets of the forest, and they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke. Verse 19, Isaiah 10 and 19. Through the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. So, hey, 2/3 of our people are going to be fuel to that nuclear destruction. Their ass is going to be melted, man. That's the dross that the Lord is going to purge. Right?
real brief. This is Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 24. But there shall be no any vain vision or flattering divination within the house of Israel. For the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall no more prolong for your days, O rebellious house. I will say the word and perform it. Yep. Thus said the Lord power.
Hey, the Lord said he's going to say his word and he's going to perform it, man. This is what we telling Jake. But hey, our people ain't listening. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 26. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, behold, there the house of Israel say, the vision that he sees is for many days to come.
Yeah, niggas was talking that shit 5, 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
That pride was up.
That pride was sky high, man. Y'all conspiracy theories, y'all talking bullshit, right? Niggas was talking mad. You don't hardly see that now, right? Because guess what? People's eyes are glued to the news, to the prophecies. People see it. The Lord is making it clear in the earth, all right, that this thing is ended. We're at the end of an age.
Verse, let me keep going. And he prophesied of times that are far off. Therefore said to them, thus said the Lord power, There shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word thou hast spoken shall be done, thus said the Lord power. Hey, backing up with the brother, the elder Ashiar said, man, the words that the Lord has spoken that we've been speaking years ago is manifesting in these days. We don't see a lot of people coming up and profiting and stomping against the word, man. Because everything that we've been speaking about is manifesting right before your eyes.
Yes.
Wars and rumors of wars, uproars of the people, a transition to a digital currency, man. Hey, just like I was speaking on the way up here, hey, what did you got? The England talking about they getting rid of the paper cash, man.
Yeah, they said got one more week for paper money.
That's it.
So what does that mean?
That means that they're about to usher in the digital currency, man, which is the MOTB, man, which we've been confessing through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, which is our apostle and elders for about 30 or 40 years, man. So it's coming to pass, man.
Yup. You got any more now?
That was it.
All right. You gonna get my bring out the precepts. Go get them in there. Reinforcements. Yup. Go ahead, Op.
Hebrews 6 and 8. But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected.
Yep. That which beareth thorns and briars is rejected. 2/3 have been rejected. Read on.
And is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned.
Yeah, whose nigh to cursing, whose end is to be burned. So now we have clear understanding of who the briar and the thorns are, man. That's what we're telling you. The Lord is about to get rid of niggas, man. Niggas about to be removed out of the earth. That's Esau and the nations included, right? Because we coming into the world of righteousness. That's why I said, man, everything is next level, man. Right? You gonna read that again? Hebrews 6 and 8? Go ahead, bring it out, bro.
This is in the book of Mark, chapter 11. And I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, and Yahushua entered into Jerusalem and into the temple, when he had looked around and about all things. It says, on the morrow, they were come from Bethlehem, and seeing a fig tree afar off having leaves, he came, if haply he might find anything thereon. And when he found to it, it's like when he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, for the time of figs was not yet. And Yahushua answered and said unto it, no man eat fruit of thee and hereafter forever. And the disciples heard it. So pretty much, man, Yahushua found that tree, lacking, man. He pretty much eventually got rid of that tree, man. Because the tree wasn't bringing forth no fruit, man. And that's ultimately 2/3, man. 2/3 aren't beneficial to themselves because they're not doing anything for themselves. They're not serving the Lord.
Whose end is to be burned.
That's right.
Yeah, read that. Yep.
This is Hebrews chapter 6, verse 8. But if it grows thorns and weeds, it is worth nothing.
See that? You niggas are thorns and weeds, man. Goddamn sticker bushes, man. Go ahead.
It is in danger of being cursed by Yahweh. It will be destroyed by fire.
You see that? So how much more clear can that be made, man? Right? You see the product of niggas in the earth, man. Have you seen niggas lately, man? Right? We went from that. Give me that. Jeremiah 2. Hold on. Jeremiah 2 and 21. Right? This message is for our people to get right. Don't get left, man. No, read it regular first and then you can read it second. 21.
It's the book of Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse.
Jeremiah 2 and 21. Yet I planted thee a noble vine,
Yep.
wholly a right seed.
Yep.
How then art thou turned to a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
Yeah. So how do we go from a noble vine, a holy right seed, to a degenerate plant? How did that happen? Because we fell away, man. We fell away from our heritage, our nationality. Man. We fell away from the truth. So now we went from a noble, righteous people to a degenerate plant, man. Okay? Backwards, man. Filthy. Right? To add on to that, give me Isaiah 5, man. Because, hey, we were, as the scriptures say, we were cultivated with the law, statutes, and commandments, but we became like it tells you, a sour grape. You know? Isaiah 5. Start at the top.
Now
Now I will sing to my Isaiah 5:1. Now will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved touching. Of my beloved touching his vineyard.
Yep, we are the vineyard. We represent the vineyard. Go ahead.
My well-beloved have a vineyard in a very fruitful hill.
Yep.
And he fenced it and gathered out the stones thereof.
Right, so where it says fenced it and gathered out the stones thereof, all right, going into how the Lord cultivated us. He cultivated us. All right, he gave us the standard, the law, statutes, commandments on how to live. Right? Go ahead. The instructions. Go ahead.
And gathered out of the stones thereof and planted it with the choicest vine.
And planted it with the choicest vine, which is what? The lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's the choicest vine. Right? That noble and righteous seed. Read on.
And built a tower in the midst of it.
Uh-huh.
And also made a wine press therein.
Right, and the tower also going back to what? The prophets, man. Right? Who stand on the watchtower to give you the warnings and the prophecies. Right? The watchman. Go ahead.
And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes.
Right. He looked at it that it was supposed to bring forth grapes, but it brought forth wild grapes, right? And when you go into that word, wild grapes, the Hebrew word is, I believe it's Ba'ah Shayam, if I'm not mistaken, right? But it goes into poisonous berries, unripe, sour, stink, right? That's niggas. That's 2/3, man. So it was supposed to bring forth grapes, but it brought forth sour grapes. Imagine that, with mold and shit on it, bacteria, deformed.
Black woman.
You see?
Monster dance children.
Yeah.
The gang shit.
culture.
Yeah, the culture, right? Black culture.
Right?
The colorful hair and shit. That's niggas.
That's what that vine produced. Right? Read on, read a little bit more. Read down to 6.
Verse 3. And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem and men of Judah, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard. Verse 4. What could have been done more to my vineyard?
Right, what could have been more done to his vineyard? The Lord gave us the law, statutes, commandments. He cultivated. Right? It was supposed to bring forth grapes, but it brought forth sour grapes. Also going into the what? Jake becoming Gentiles, man. A Gentile state of mind, because when you take a look at black culture and our nation as a whole, they're brute beasts.
They're without the law.
Without the laws, without instruction, without the proper guidance. Right? This is why our nation is destroyed as it is this very day. So we understand it. Right? Go ahead.
Start over verse 4.
What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes.
Yep.
Verse 5. And now go to, and I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the hedge thereof, and it shall be eaten up.
You see that? That's what happened. The Lord took away the hedge, our protection. And it said what? That it should be eaten up. What that represents is us being conquered, scattered amongst the world, amongst the nations, genocide, losing our heritage and nationality, man, being brought low on the earth. We were eaten up. That's why we say, take a look at the nation of Israel, man. All right, is this the city of perfection? Give me that real quick. That's why the nations constantly make mockery of us, right?
Different shows. All nations have a running gag on Jake, man.
Yeah, I think Lamentations, what, 4, 2 and 4, 15, 2 and 15. Yeah.
And break down the wall thereof,
Yep.
and it shall be trodden down. Verse 6. And I will lay it waste, and shall not be pruned.
Yeah, cultivated. It should not be pruned, because when you have a vineyard, when you have a garden, you gotta dress it, you gotta cultivate it, man. You gotta get rid of the briars and the thorns and the weeds.
That's why the Lord was our husband.
Exactly.
He was cultivating us in the spirit. That's why he gave us law, statutes, commandments.
Right. Exactly.
I get that word culture.
God.
That word culture, it means to till the land act of preparing the earth for prosperity. Ultimately, the Lord was telling us by giving us the law, statutes, and commandments, man. That's what made us beautiful, you know?
Yeah, because when you don't take care of the vineyard, the garden, the weeds grow and all of that, and essentially it becomes wild.
Right.
And that's symbolic of what happened to the nation of Israel, man.
Hey, imagine your lawn when you don't take care of it, how it looks, man. That's Israel as a whole.
Con. Hell yeah, grass all high as hell, weeds growing out.
Yeah, dandelions.
Dandelions, you got the HOA getting caught on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Snakes all in the grass and shit. You know, you got to cultivate that thing, man. And that's what the Lord did, right? But like we read that part about how the Lord said he was going to take away the hedge. Because this is all parabolic. This is what happened to us as a people. Right? Verse 5.
And now go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the hedge thereof,
Yep.
and it shall be eaten up.
Yeah, we were eaten up by the nations. Go ahead.
And break down the wall thereof,
Yep.
and it shall be trodden down.
Yeah, we were conquered, man. We were conquered and brought into slavery, man. Genocided, man. Okay? Go ahead. Verse 6.
Verse 6. And I will lay it waste, it shall not be pruned, nor did.
Yeah, this is when we became wild. All right? Became Gentiles, became like the heathen. Read on.
Nor did, but there shall come up briars and
You
thorns.
see how this came up again? So out of that vineyard that wasn't kept, all right, that was no longer cultivated, it came up briars and thorns. All right, read on.
I will also command the clouds that they rain no rain upon it.
Right, because the rain is symbolic to what? The water, right? Essentially, the Lord took away his spirit, right? You know, the living waters of life. So we became dry.
That's what fell in Ezekiel, the 37th chapter.
See that? Give me that, Hosea. Exactly. Oh yeah, give me that, and then you get that.
Lamentations 2 and 14.
Spirit got
It's
us
like-
on Jacob. You know?
15. It says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee, they hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem,
Yup.
saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
Yeah. Is this the chosen people? These are the Israelites? This is what the nations make mockery of. Go ahead.
It says the perfection of beauty,
Yup.
the joy of the whole earth.
Uh-huh.
All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee.
Yup.
They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we look for.
You see that? It says we have swallowed her up. We just read in Isaiah 5, what? That the Lord was going to take away the hedge thereof, and it shall be eaten up. All right? One and the same. We were eaten up. We were swallowed up. We were devoured. Right? Read on.
It says, we have found, we have seen it.
Yeah, read one more verse.
The Lord hath done that which he had devised.
Yep.
He hath fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old. He hath thrown down and have not pitied, and he hath caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He hath set up the horn of thine adversary.
You see that? So we were conquered, man.
Right.
This was all the will of Yahweh Shemel Rashad, that our nation in these last days will be in this current state that you see.
Right, like you said, he stopped the rain from coming down, right? I want to get that going into how the rain is the knowledge, right?
Exactly.
Sirach 1 and 19, it says, wisdom raineth down skill and knowledge of understanding, and exalted them that hold, it's like exalted them to honor that hold her fast. Since our people went away from the knowledge of understanding, he stopped, pouring it upon us. That's how we became degenerate.
That's it, man. Give me that Hosea 2:12 real quick.
It's the book of Hosea,
Something not even.
Hosea chapter 2 and verse 12. And I will destroy her vines and her fig trees thereof. She hath said, these are my rewards that my lovers have given me.
Yep.
And I will make them a forest, and the beasts of the field shall eat them.
Yeah, read it one more time.
John, this is the book of Hosea chapter 2, verse 12. When I will destroy her vines and her fig trees thereof, she hath
No, you're
said,
right.
these are my rewards that my lovers have given me.
Right, because ultimately what? Israel played the harlot.
Yep.
Right? Israel went after the other nations' idols.
Yep.
Still to this very day, man. Idolatry, false doctrines that Jake is into.
of that wine.
That's it.
And it said, I will make them a forest, and the beasts of the field shall eat them.
Yeah, see, the beasts of the field, which is representative of the nations.
Yep.
The heathen nations, the beasts of the field shall eat them.
Yep.
That's what happened. We were eaten up, we were swallowed up. Right? And now now the nation of Israel is what? The mockery of the planet Earth.
Yep.
Okay?
Sadly. Well, I can't say sadly.
This is what the brother's going into. This is showing that how the Lord had it where the Lord had what let the wheat grow with the tares, man. So we were scattered amongst the heathen nations, man. And that's just showing that the beasts of the field started what? To eat us up, man. The Lord cast us off.
Matthew 13 and 27. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didn't thou not sow good seed in thy field? From whence hath it tares?
He said that I sow good seed in thy field, and that good seed supposed to be what? The nation of Israel, man. And then he said what? The tares was what? The other nations, man, that looked like the children of Israel, man. Keep going.
He said unto them, An enemy hath done this.
An enemy have done this, man. And when did that take place? Majority is what? In captivity, man. When we were serving captivity amongst these other heathen nations, man.
Also, when our people were marrying into marrying the idols, allowing our women to sleep with other nations, all that. That's how they begin to get intermingled.
Exactly. Following into their custom.
Matthew 13 and 28. And he said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up?
Yeah, because them tares also, like you brothers were saying, you got Esau and the heathen nation, and you also got 2/3. Right? Those spiritual tares. Go ahead.
But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest, and in the time of the harvest I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn.
And that's what the Lord's about to do now, man. Because what? We're gathering a link through the Spirit. We're not looking at the outward man. We're looking at the inward man, man. What's that? Romans 8:16, man. That's what we're doing. We're looking at the inward man is what going through the Spirit, man. And the Lord knows who's of His, man.
Yeah.
And the angels are gonna do it. They're gonna be the ones that's reaping and separating them, man. And that's what's coming to pass here soon, man.
Yeah, because the wheat and the tares are similar in looks, right? But the angels know who's who. The spirits and the reapers, the angels are going to come separate what? The wheat from the tares.
Yep.
And then what did it say at the last part? It says, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn, which is ultimately the salvation of the elect in those chariots, who the Lord is going to spare. Right? So there's no way to get around the judgment that's getting ready to befall 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. All right? Hey, you got to have the spirit to receive it and understand. Any more you want to read it?
I got precept. Romans 8 and 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh.
Right.
And if children, then heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs with Hamashiach.
Right.
Nah, this is a spiritual warfare, man. It's not us. We're not looking at the flesh. We're looking at the spirit, man. That's why we can look at people like Eminem and different artists and celebrities. And certain ones we can tell through the spirit that they're a Jake, man. And that's the way they carry themselves, man. And we can tell that certain ones of our people that may look like Israelites are heathens, man. By the way they carry themselves, man. Because this is a spiritual warfare.
Try the spirit by the spirit.
That's right.
The Lord said he would do something that you would not believe. Yeah. Habakkuk 1 and I gotta add on to that. You got it?
Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 5.
Yup.
Behold, ye among the heathen in regard,
Yup.
and wonder marvelously.
All right, so it says, behold, ye among the heathen. Who was scattered among the heathen? The Israelites. So behold, ye among the heathen. Go ahead.
For I will work a work in your days,
Yup.
which you will not believe,
Uh-huh.
though it be told you.
Right, and that work is what? You're going to have Israelites that are not going to look like your average typical Israelite. Because it wanted to say that you would not believe it. You got Jakes that are not spiritually discerned. So they try to say, well, all right, well, he ain't an Israelite based off his looks. But the scriptures tell us to try the spirit by the spirit. And if you understand the prophecies, right, you had Israel that was scattered amongst every nation. They mingled amongst the nations, man. So you're going to have Israelites that are going to look like actual heathen nations, man.
It tells you in Isaiah the 10th chapter, Ponderos, Egypt,
Yes.
all the various nations that were scattered, even into the othermost parts of the earth.
Yes.
Which is here in Babylon and Greece, man. So that's
Exactly.
the Lord speaking on, man.
Exactly. And that's that work that you're going to have certain individuals not believe. You know?
Colossians 1:27. To whom Yahweh will make known what is the riches of the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles, which is Hamashiach in you, the hope of glory.
Let me see. Verse 26. That's
Colossians 1:26. Even the mystery which have been hid from ages and from generations, but is now made manifest to his saints.
And that's what we're speaking on. That's the mystery, man. That's the mystery that these churches that they don't understand, man. That the nation of Israel was scattered amongst all the nations. That's when you go into dispersion. Dispersion means to scatter, man. We were scattered amongst all diaspora. Yeah, we were scattered amongst all the heathen nations, and we took on their customs. And some of our people look like them, man. Especially to go to these different like Moab and them. They do like the dances, and you can tell that they're Israelites,
Yeah,
man.
Jake out there in Japan.
Yeah.
Jake out there in the Middle East. Jake is all over the world, man.
Yep.
So you're going to have Israelites from those particular nations agree. They're going to agree to the doctrine. They've been sealed with the spirit of faith, pursuing to Isaiah 14 that what they should cleave. You know, those strangers should cleave. Give me that real quick.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 14.
Hey, because that's part of the turn up too. That's part of things going to the next level too, because you're going to have Israelites that don't even look like average Israelites waking up and coming in. All right, prophesying, man, being seen. You're going to see all that, man. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
That's right.
And will set them in their own land. And the strangers shall join with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Right, them strangers, the Israelite foreigners, man, that are coming, that are waking up and they're cleaving unto the knowledge, man. They're being joined unto the body spiritually, man, in whatever place that they may dwell at. Because according to Ezekiel 11, let me get that real quick. That was the point on there. Go ahead, bring it real quick.
It's going into how, Jake is scattered. It's Isaiah 10:22. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return.
Yep.
The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. So as you mentioned earlier, man, Israel is all over the world, man. It's Israelites in every nation.
Yeah. Yeah, we see that on the comment board. Brothers will pop up on the comment board. Hey, Shalom. Salutations from Australia, from Asia, right? From Europe and stuff like that, man. So you got Jake that's waking up all over the earth. Go ahead, Al.
It says, for though thy people of Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return, which is what the message is for, man, the elect. Those that will hear this word and turn back to Yahweh. It says the consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. And this is why Yahweh, when he was here, he was commanding his disciples to spread the message to the Gentiles, man, which the Christian church like to say. He's talking about that for everybody, but the Gentiles is talking about is the Israelite foreigners that scattered abroad, man.
Yeah.
Like it says in James 1:1.
Exactly. To the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Greeting. Right? You have something else?
One more.
Go ahead.
This is John 7:35. Back what I just said. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go that we shall not find him? Will he go into dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? And then when you get this in the NLT, it says the Jewish leaders were puzzled by this statement. Where is he planning to go? They asked, is he thinking of leaving the country and going to the Jews in other lands? Maybe he will even teach the Greeks. And that's showing you that Yahweh was only talking to the Israelites, man. Right? The elect out of those scattered Israelites, that's scattered abroad, man.
Yeah, that's why he told the disciples, go not in the way of the Gentiles, and the city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but rather go into the lost tribes or the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. Because those Israelites that didn't know the truth, the gospel, they were scattered amongst them foreign lands. How is that so hard to receive? Give me Ezekiel 11, just to answer more on that point. Ezekiel 11, start at 16 and read down to 21.
Ezekiel 11 and 16. It says, therefore, say, thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, although I have cast them far off among the heathen,
Yep.
and although I have scattered them among the countries,
That's right.
yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the country when they shall come.
Right, that's the camps, right? That's the those are those small sanctuaries, those small temples in all various lands where Israel is calling on the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The churches, he said, I will be a small sanctuary in all those lands where they've been sent. Right, read on.
Therefore say, thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where you have been scattered.
Yep.
I will give you the land of Israel.
Right, so these are all the Israelites that Yahushua is coming to gather up, pursuing to Isaiah 11, right? Isaiah 11 and 11 on down, he said he was going to gather the dispersed of Israel from the four corners of the earth. Right, read on.
And they shall come thither, and they shall take away all the detestable things thereof,
Yep.
and all the abominations thereof from thence.
Yes, and this is happening now, man, because the truth is out here. Jake is letting go of the idols. Jake is coming out of them churches, right? Jake is clinging on to the truth. All right, go ahead.
It says, and I will give them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart out of their flesh, and will give them a heart of flesh.
Right, so when that deliverance comes, all right, the Lord is going, under that second covenant, the Lord is going to give us a new mind, a new body, okay? We're never going to go off. He's going to take away that stony heart and give us a heart of flesh. He's going to put the law, statutes, commandments in us. That's the way of perfection. All right? Let's read on. Matter of fact, I'll read on. All right?
Verse 20. And they may walk in my statutes, and keep my ordinances,
Yep.
and do them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their power.
You see that? We're going to walk in the statutes and commandments of the Most High. Under the second covenant, we're going to be perfected. We're going to be able to stand before Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's the time that's coming. All right? Go ahead.
But as for them whose heart walketh after the heart of their detestable things and their abominations, I will recompense their ways upon their heads,
Yep.
saith the Lord.
Yeah, for all you niggas that don't want to let go of America, you don't want to let go of those idols, you still in the church. It's 2023 about damn near, man. Niggas still in the church, niggas still calling on Jesus Christ, right? You still secretly worshiping idols, calling on Allah, right? You a damn Buddhist, Islam, black consciousness. The Lord said he gonna recompense your ways upon your very head, man. You know?
This is the book of Ezekiel. Book of Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 16. Out of the good news. It says, now tell your fellow exiles what I am saying. I am the one who sent them to live in a far-off nation and scatter them in other countries. Yet for the time being, I will be present with them in the land where they have gone. So tell them that the sovereign Lord is saying, I will gather them out of countries where I scattered them, and will give the land of Israel back to them.
Yeah, and the Lord is going to give the land of Israel back to the Israelites. The Lord is going to do this. Right, you know?
When they return, they are to get rid of their filthy, disgusting idols they find.
That's right.
I will give them a new heart and a new mind. I will take away their stubborn heart of stone and will give them an obedient heart. Then they will keep my laws and faithful and obey all my commandments.
And we're going to do that under the second covenant. Go ahead.
They will be my people, and I will be their power.
right.
But I will punish the people of who love to worship filthy, disgusting idols.
Right, and that's you niggas out there, man, that don't want to let the world go. They don't want to let go of those idols, right? Those false gods that you secretly worship in the house in these churches, man. Right? That ain't the truth anymore.
I will punish them for what they have done.
Yep.
The sovereign Lord has spoken.
Right, so that's why Jake, all right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics, that's why they've been dropping like flies lately, man. That's why the severe judgments has been going out, man.
Man, I was at work, man, Jake, and that's spiritual. I was at work and I was sitting at the little, smoke table. I'm just trying to sit by myself. And Jake came over and he was like, man, I'm going through it, bro. I'm going through it. I said, what happened? He said, man, my twin cousins died on the interstate. It was on the news here in Charlotte. 2 of them got hit by a drunk driver. Both of them died. He said, both of them died. He said, then my homies down in the Berry, 2 of them got shot. Then my aunt, she going through it with cancer. And I said, man, hey, I said, everything you're going through spiritual. And I always look up in the cloud. He said, I know, right? He said, cause we Jerusalem. And I said, exactly. I said, cause you know. I said, at least you know. I said, at the end of the day, that's judgment of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
This is the Lord's doing, man.
We just read that earlier in John 15 and 22, that if I have not come spoken unto them, there would be no cloak for their sins, because a lot of these Jakes out here, they know they're Israelites. They know the truth, but they're not doing what's necessary to be covered, man. To receive the Lord's protection. They treat it like some type of black movement.
They treat it like he's a genie bottle.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to come in this thing and be converted and healed, man.
Yep.
Right? This ain't no cheerleading type thing, man.
No.
You supposed to be doing the work. All right? Making your calling and election sure. So the Lord is pronouncing judgment on all these rebellious Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics, because you know.
Yep.
Right?
He's justified. That's why the Lord said indignation. Indignation go back to what? Righteous anger. So the Lord's justified for putting 2/3 of the nation of Israel to death, man. Because they know better, man.
Yeah, they have no works of righteousness in any of their doings, man.
Bring it out, bro.
This is James chapter 2, verse 17. You got a lot of people that say that they believe in the Lord. It says, even so faith, if you have not works, is dead being alone.
Yeah.
Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. This is why we're showing you that we believe in the Lord, because the Lord commanded us to come out here and do His work, man.
Yeah.
All right, all these people out here claiming they believe in the Lord, but they're not upholding the ways of the Lord.
Right.
They're not operating in righteousness, man. They're going about trying to serve the Lord after their own heart, man, which is wicked.
Yeah, get that Romans 10 and 1 and 2.
A lot of Jake, man, a lot of our people, man, they do a lot of lip service. The Lord requires you to show forth you actually believe in Him.
Yeah.
All right?
Hey, faith without works is dead.
Yep. This is Romans chapter 10, verse 1. Brethren, my heart desire in prayer to Yahweh for Israel, that they might be saved.
Yep.
For I bear them record that they have a zeal of Yahweh, but are not according to knowledge.
Yeah, our people have a zeal. Like the brother said, our people, they commit a lot of lip service regarding the Lord in the scriptures, right? They say they believe, right? They have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to the correct way, right? Any more?
None. It says, for they being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness.
And that's our people all day. Jake, all our people want to do is establish their own way.
Yep.
Their own righteousness. It said they're ignorant of the Most High's righteousness.
That I feel like that shit's played out.
God is in my heart, man. Only God can judge me. All that shit is played out. Go ahead.
It says, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh.
Yeah, so ultimately you haven't submitted yourself to the righteousness of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Going back to what? The rebellion.
Yep.
Because if you don't submit, you rebellion.
Yep.
You're in a spirit of rebellion.
Yeah.
Right?
The Lord requires a certain action from you of how He wants you to do. Just like when it came to building the temple. They couldn't just build the temple any way they wanted to.
Exactly.
They had to follow step-by-step instruction on how the Lord wanted the temple to be built.
Exactly.
Man. So it's the same way of worshiping Him, man. He gave us the law, statutes, commandments to abide under, so that we can worship Him the correct way, man.
Right. I got something real quick to add on to what you just brought out. This is Sirach 5 and 2. Follow not thy own mind and thy own strength to walk in the ways of thy heart, leaning on your own understanding, trusting in your ways.
Yep. Which leads to death.
Exactly.
Every time, man.
It says, verse 3, and say not, Who shall control me from my works? For the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua will surely revenge thy pride.
Yep. And that's a nigga being prideful, man. And that's a representation of the Negro Latino Native American community, man. They don't want no correction. They don't want the Lord to tell them what to do according to the book. They want to go after their own vain opinions, man, and their own vain thoughts, man.
I got all day.
I got one back in New York.
Got it.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 65, verse 2. I have spread out my hands all day unto a rebellious people.
And that's through the prophets. That's how the Lord is spreading out his hands to the nation, by setting up his men to give you the word.
It's because he said I raised them up in B times. We going Sirach Sirach 36. The B times, man, he's been waiting. He got the prophets out here way ahead before the judgment. Yeah, Second Chronicles. Way ahead before the judgment coming, man.
Yep.
Way ahead to warn you before the judgment, man.
Yep.
He said, Isaiah 65 and 2, I have spread out my hands all day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good.
Yeah. Black culture, Latino culture, right? They walk up in a way which is not good. Yeah.
Our people find any and every way piss the Most High off, man. All right, whether it's knowingly or unknowingly, man. Because they refuse to hearken unto the correct way, man. Because here it is, like we're out here telling our people, this is what the Lord wants out of you. They still will not do it my way, man.
Ooh, can I add on to that? Hold on, Salaki, brother.
Good, bro.
That brother speaking right there. This is Jeremiah 6. That's the spirit. Jeremiah 6, real quick, I'll pass it back. Jeremiah 6 and 16. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. They said, 2/3 of our people, but they said, we will not walk therein.
Right.
See?
Because they think they got it, man. You can't tell a nigga nothing, man.
Nope.
You know? That's why they love that Kanye West song, because that's how Drake truly feel. Because when it comes to the scriptures, Drake, they can just apply whatever scripture they like and throw the rest on they don't agree with that, man.
Yep.
Nah, the scripture say eat the whole road, man.
Yep.
All right, let it be as in your stomach, and then you got just the bitter as well, man.
Right.
Because this book ain't all just good, all right? And it tells you in Ezekiel 2, this book is a book of lamentations, mournings, and woes, man,
right.
to prepare your mind for the coming judgment that the Lord is about to bring, because we're about to enter into a time like no other, man.
Yeah, you can't just run and hide behind love. That's what niggas like to say. Well, God is love. Love this, love that. No, that shit don't fly no more, man. Now it's time to actually deal with the scriptures say.
If God is all love, why is he allowing great judgment like this to take place, man? Niggas is dying at an all-time high in the most gruesome of ways, man. That shows that's an imbalance. You're trying to say that the Lord is supposed to be perfect.
Exactly.
You're going to hold him to just one emotion. You know, that's how you know. Our people are very low level, man. All right?
The Lord said he's not what false man.
Yeah, the Lord about to send missiles to this bitch.
Yeah.
Where's the love behind that?
He got it. Why is he doing
And
that?
it's not even going to be, it's going to be an overkill of this, man.
Yep.
And that's how much hatred he has for this land, man. How much hatred he has for this devil and for you niggas that don't want to get right, man.
Exactly.
Isaiah 65 and 2. I have spread out my hands all day unto a rebellious people,
All day. Go ahead.
which walketh in a way that was not good,
Yep.
after their own thoughts.
Niggas walk after their own lust and their own thoughts. Right? Because really, in a nigga's mind, he's God. You know what I'm saying? They worship themselves. I control my destiny. Right? That's the spirit of our people. And you're going to pay for that if you don't snap out of that shit.
Yeah, when you're saying that, you're ultimately denying the omnipotence of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Like, he's not the one that's putting everything in motion for you to go about how you move, man.
Right.
You know?
Who shall control me for my works?
Yep, that's a nigga.
That's the potter, that's the
Part of the clay.
the clay pretty much saying the potter doesn't matter, man.
Exactly. Yeah, how is the clay going to speak against the potter?
Exactly.
When the potter was the one, you know, that framed it. Right?
Verse 3. The people that provoke me to anger continually
Yes.
to my face.
To his face, man. Hey, social media especially, man. Social media was the worst thing for our people, man. You see all manners of blasphemy, anti-Messiah behavior on this goddamn internet, man.
Yep.
Right?
Hey man, that's how you know Christianity is a joke, because never in no other religion you see as many people mock the crucifixion of Yahweh Shah more than how niggas do, man. All these rappers, Now all these different pictures of them hanging themselves up on the cross like your house shot, we just making mockery, man.
Exactly.
You know, that shows you our people truly hate the Lord, man.
Yeah. Niggas on TikTok trying to debunk the Bible. Why did we go in slavery?
Where was God during slavery?
Yeah, where was God during slavery? You know, the white man wrote the Bible. You know, niggas will all of a sudden become scholars of fucking TikTok.
If God loved it.
You know what I'm saying?
Why would we be here right now?
Straight up spreading bullshit, man. Right? But that's the spirit of Jake. Right? Any more? Fine. If you had any more, if not, we'll jump to that. Okay, fine. Yeah, that was it. That was it on that. Yep. So give me that Psalm 91, man, because as I was going into in the start of this camp, this show, all right, things are turning up next level, man.
Yep.
So we gotta be totally in sync in the spirit with Yahweh Shema Shai as we enter in these trials and these tests.
Yep.
Right? Lord willing that we pass the test.
Yeah. The Lord said there's going to come a time when we won't be able to work.
That's it.
John 9:4.
God, real quick, this is Acts 14 and 22. See, we're preparing our people for the test, for the game, if you will. You see what I'm saying? We're preparing our people, all right, for what's really getting ready to happen, man. That these churches are not talking about, right? That these your damn idols, the celebrities not talking about. We know exactly what's getting ready to happen next. All right, once society goes in full chaos and lawlessness. Right? This is Acts 14, real quick. Acts 14 and 20. Acts 14 and 22, and it reads, right? Hey, get that in the good news too. See what it says. Yeah, Acts 14 and 22, and it reads, it says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. And that's our job, right? We were commanded to exhort the believers in Yahweh Shai to continue in the faith, that their hearts don't be hardened with the deceitfulness to sin. Like it tells you in Hebrews, to exhort one another daily. It says, exhorting them to continue in the faith, that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So we're preparing you for the tribulation, to set your mind, your heart right, man, to get ready to endure. All right?
This is the book of Acts, chapter 14, verse 22, and the good news. It says, they strengthened the believers and encouraged them to remain true to the faith.
Yeah.
We must pass through many troubles to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh.
Yeah, you see that?
It says they taught in each church, and they appointed elders, and with prayers and fasting they commanded them to the Lord in whom they had put their trust.
Yeah, you see that? So that's what we're doing. We're telling our people to stay faithful, man. To prepare your mind to get ready to endure this test. Yep. To continuously believe in Yahweh Shem Shai no matter what happens. Yes. Remember we was talking about that in Bible study through life or death. In the end, the elect is still gonna win. The work's gonna follow you. Right? God.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because I have kept my word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yeah, this is a serious matter.
Yes.
You know?
And that's part of the test right there. Because that's going to try everybody within this ministry and all the people in the whole world, man. Because that's a major part of the prophecies, man, is the MOTV, man. That's right. That's a key part of the prophecies, man. So at the end of the day, the Lord is going to test you and see where you are you down for the system or are you down for how about you?
That's it. This is Luke 22. Luke 22, verse 28. It's they which have continued with me in my temptations, all right? Pursuing in Romans the 8th chapter, you know, we suffer with the Lord to what? To gain the glory.
Yep.
It says, verse 29, and I appoint unto you a kingdom, as my Father have appointed unto me. All right, meaning we're going to be them joint heirs if we overcome. Yep. All right, if we endure the temptation. Verse 30, that you may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom and sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So so the elect, the righteous, are going to be those righteous bankers in the kingdom, right? With the full power and authority and dominion, right? Basically, they're going to be that governing body, all right, that's going to govern the nation of Israel and the world. The righteous elite, if you will. Beautiful. Verse 31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. And see, spiritual demon Satan already got 2/3 of our people, man. He already has the world. The world was given into the hand of the wicked. But he ultimately desires the elect. But like Yahweh Shai said, man, that no man may be able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. So the elect are going to make it through regardless, man. Whether it be through life or death, right? They're going to have the victory in the end, man. Verse 32. But I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not. You see that? Going back to what? The exhortation, the exhorting, that your faith doesn't fail, that you continue to believe. But I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. You see that? Yep. And that's what we're doing, man. Yep. Through the epistles, the videos, right? These lessons and exhortations, all right, is what? To strengthen the believers, man. All right?
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 44. I'm going to read down. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they that put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh by Shem Shah. Yep. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then he said unto the angel, What young person is that crowned them and giveth them the palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world, and then begin I can greatly command them that stood stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashem Shah. And that's what we're trying to be that's what we're seeking in the last days, man, to be found worthy in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Shah to receive the crown, man.
Back to find victory. That's what the palms represent, man. That's a symbol of victory. Psalm 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Right, the shadow is the protection of the Lord, the hedge, right? We labor to what? We're fighting for that hedge, right? That we're worthy to be protected in the time of trial and tribulation. So he that he that dwelleth in the secret place is what? The scriptures, right? The secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty, man. All right, let me get a quick precept. Psalms 25. Okay? This is what we labor for, man. All right, Psalms 25 and verse 14. All right, it says, Psalms 25 and 14, it says, the secret of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, is with them that fear him, and he shall show them his covenant, man. All right? So we got to continue to remain in the secret place of the Most High, man. All right? Read on out.
Verse 2. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust.
Right? You can speak on it, brother.
All right. It says, Yahweh Shem Shai is that safe place that we have to run to when we're faced with tribulation, man. All right?
Strong tower.
Strong tower. It says, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence.
Yeah, which is the nuclear destruction.
That's right.
We got faith that we're going to be delivered from that, man. When those missiles, when the warheads come down, Lord willing, we going up. Right? Swing low, sweet chariot, and carry me home, man.
That's
Right?
right.
Yeah, you got it.
This is
Yeah, because there's no other options, man. This is what we got to tell. We got to ingrain that in Jake's mind. There ain't no other options, man. There ain't no running, hiding in the woods, going under the earth, under the ground. Ain't none of that, man.
Ain't no way around it.
Ain't no way around it. You know?
real quick. This is 2 Samuel 22 and 4. I will call on the Lord who is worthy to be praised, so shall I be saved from mine enemies. When the waves of death compassed me, the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about. The snares of death prevented me.
Yep.
In my distress, I called upon the Lord and cried to my power, and he did hear my voice out of his temple,
Yep.
and my cry did enter into his ears.
That's right.
Then the earth shook and trembled, the foundations of heaven moved and shook
Like if someone
because he
says,
was
like-
wroth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and a fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it. He bound the heavens also and came down. A darkness was under his feet, and he rode upon a cherub and did fly. He was seen upon the wings of the wind, and he made darkness pavilions around about him, dark waters and thick clouds of the sky. Through the brightness before him were coals of fire kindled. Which pretty much goes into us being delivered through those chariots, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's how we're going to be saved from all the evil that's coming down, upon Jacob, man.
Yeah.
Through Yahweh, saving us from those chariots, man.
Yeah, the persecution is coming. Another siege of Jerusalem is coming, man. This is going to be worse than slavery, worse than 70 AD, right? So we are here to prepare our people's minds for that, man.
Right.
Okay? The enemy's surrounding us. All right? All these legislations that are being passed, to come down on the Israelites, man.
Right.
You being labeled as an extremist, a conspiracy theorist, a hate group, right? Rex 84, King Alfred Plan, Project Megiddo, Agenda 20 what?
30 now.
Yeah.
It used to be 21, now it's 30.
Yeah, Agenda 2030. So when you look into all these different programs and agendas, this is basically persecution. All right, detention centers, FEMA camps, right? All these things are on deck. All right?
And that's spiritual, like I was just telling Prince. Right now, today, they're holding the meeting, and all these so-called people that setting up these agendas, they're holding the meeting today just like they did at Davos, man. And what you think they're speaking about, man? They're speaking about the men of the Lord, man. A way to come back to this truth and bring in their new world order, man.
Yeah, that's why you got all these goddamn distractions, like always, man. You got the head coach with the Celtics caught up in some sexual scam, misconduct, quote unquote.
Brett
Favre, all right. You know, all types of shit going on. You had the Queen die last week.
The Suns owner and shit.
Yeah, the Suns
His race
owner.
is old.
There's so much different distractions right now, man, because this shit is about to go down, man. Anything to keep the people's attention away from what's really happening behind the scenes.
That's why the Lord said, occupy till I come.
Yeah, man. Don't be distracted. Psalms 91 and 3. Surely he will deliver, and he shall deliver me from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust.
Yeah, the chariots, man. The chariots are going to be with brothers, man. The chariots are going to continue to manifest themselves, man. The power, man. The divine intervention. Go ahead, Op.
His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Yep.
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night,
Yep.
nor by the arrow that flieth by day.
Yeah, the missiles, man. The arrows. These nations are going to push the button. Right? They come from one end of heaven to the other. Go ahead.
1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000, verse 6. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Yep.
1,000 shall fall at thy side.
And we close to noonday. All right, the noonday is what? The climax of the rule of Esau, man. Doomsday.
We're coming seconds away from midnight, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand.
Yep.
But it shall not come nigh thee.
Yeah, it shall not come near thee, man. That's the faith, man. Right?
Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the one.
Yeah, we're going to see the reward of the wicked. Hold that real quick. Jeremiah 51 and 24.
We're finally going to witness the fall of our enemy, which our main enemy being Esau. But all our enemies, man. Hey, 2/3 ain't gonna win no more. You wicked ass women, you other nations, but mainly Esau. We're gonna see all the destruction of all y'all, man. You know?
Jeremiah 51 and 24. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil, that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord.
Yeah, in your sight. He gonna render the recompense upon Babylon in your sight. Meaning you're gonna see the destruction. Right? That was it, right? I got something real quick. Baruch 4 and verse 24 and 25, it says, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from your power. Right? Our enemies are going to behold the elect going up into the chariots. Which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. Verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. For thy enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shall tread upon his neck. So we're seeing the destruction of our enemies. We're seeing his kingdom fall. Right? I got one more before we go back. This is Isaiah 51, verses 5 through 7. All right? Because we're going to see the destruction of the wicked. All right? Isaiah 51 and 7. How are we going to see it? By being aboard the chariots, man. All right? Looking down through the firmament. Right? You got Isaiah 51? Isaiah 51 and start at verse 5.
That's crazy. I'm on the ride.
Isaiah 51 and 5. My righteousness is near, my salvation is going forth, and my arms shall judge the people. The isles shall wait upon me, and on my arms shall they trust.
That's right. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Lift up your eyes to the heavens and look upon the earth beneath.
Yeah, see? Lift up your eyes into the heavens and look upon the earth beneath. Right? Because when they elect her on them chariots, they're going to be looking down, all right, from the firmament on the earth and seeing this place burn. Right? Go ahead.
For the heavens shall vanish away like smoke.
Yep, the heavens shall vanish away like smoke. 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter gets into that. Go ahead.
And the earth shall wax old like a garment, and they that dwell therein shall die in like manner.
Right, so those that are left behind, those that dwell in shall die in like manner. You're gonna go up as smoke. Right? Read on.
But my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall be abolished.
Right. He said, my righteousness shall not be
abolished.
Shall not be abolished. So these things, all right, are getting ready to happen. We're that close, all right, to the end. Right? Let's go back to Psalm 91.
Psalm chapter 91, verse 8. It says, verse 9, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. And that's ultimately going to be our protection from the nuclear fire whenever these missiles hit America, man. It says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. We're going to have that divine protection. All right, real quick, this Psalm 34 and 7. Because the angels are watching over us, man. You know, the Lord has given us each all guardian angels that are protecting us right now, man. All right?
That's right. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 7. It says, the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him.
Right, so as long as we continue to fear the Lord, man, the Lord will keep that hedge of protection around us, man. All right? And our enemies won't be able to do anything to us, man.
It said, deliver them.
And deliver us, man. And deliver us from what, man? The destruction the Lord is about to bring, man. This is back in Psalm 91 and 12. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against the stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample underfoot.
Yep, it's power. Spiritual power is going to come on the earth, man.
Yeah.
Right? Divine things are going to happen to the Lord's men.
We're going to get raised up, man.
We'll get raised up. Go ahead.
Because thou hast set his love upon me, therefore when I deliver him, I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. That's what we're talking about, man. All right? The Lord's going to turn up the elect, man, in that day, man. Okay? Because it's like he shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. And all is predicated on our belief that Yahweh Shemiyah Shah, the one true power, is going to deliver. Right? Because that's the main thing that we're pushing, man, is have faith in Yahweh Shemiyah Shah, man. All right? Don't give up your faith no matter how hard things look out here for you, man. The Lord is trying you to see if you're worthy of salvation, man. All right?
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 12, verse 8. And the day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David.
Right. He was talking about, man, we're going to be raised up. And runs of the elect are going to get spiritual power, man. So the people amongst us are going to be as mighty as King David, man. And we all know the stories of how King David, showed his strength, man. All right?
Right. And it's, in the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them.
Right. He said,
And it said, in the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them.
Pretty much goes into how none of the nations are going to be able to put counter to us in that day, man. All right? We're going to be on top where we belong at, man. And we've put these nations to flight, man. One brother going to be putting 10,000 men to flight, man. All right? Because these nations, they ain't going to be able to continue going back to that story about, the black Jesus story, man.
Yep.
How the Edomites couldn't do nothing with that man, all right?
They chopped his body up.
Right?
Chopped his body up, and he reappeared. And he told the elites that there's many more in the last days that are going to be just like me, and you're not going to be able to stop them. And that's super spiritual.
And that's why these devils are so afraid of us, man. Because they know when we get that power, man, they ain't going to be able to do nothing to stop us, man.
Yeah, hey, things is about to go next level. I got you on that precept. This is Micah 4:10. And it reads, Micah 4:10, and it reads, it says, Salakia. All right, Micah 4:10, it says, be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go to Babylon. Thou shalt go to Babylon, thou shalt be delivered. We're going to be delivered out of Babylon.
All right?
There shalt thou be delivered. There the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, shall redeem thee from the hand of thy enemies.
Yeah, we're going to be redeemed, man. The Lord's going to deliver us from the hand of our enemies, man.
Verse 11, now also many nations are gathered against thee, right? With these different councils, right? These nations are all in one agreement to what? To destroy Israel.
Right?
Exactly. It says, now also many nations are gathered against thee, and they say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion.
And have they not done that? Israel was defiled because they forced these damn heathenistic customs unto us. And our people, they have come into it and embraced it, man.
Verse 12, but they know not the thoughts of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, neither understand they his counsel. For he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Verse 13, it says, arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thy horn iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass.
Yeah, the Lord's going to transform us, man. All right, like you always going to. We're going to be 144,000 bright burns, man. All right?
And thou shalt beat in many pieces, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people. And I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance to the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, of the whole earth.
All right, we're going to be getting busy with that power, man. All right, putting nations to death in all type of ways, man. Because the Lord's going, like I said, he's going to give us that power, man. All right, brothers going to have, super strength, be able to fly, run like the Flash, man. Be able to shoot, laser beams out your eyes, beams out your mouth. All right, all these things you see in superhero movies, these animes and whatnot, man, they ain't going to be able to do, man. But you have to believe that's what happened. That's where it all comes from, man. You have to have the fear of the Lord, man.
Right. We know through the Spirit that we know when they're having these meetings that they're actually cooking something up in the pot. That means they have these super soldiers, they have these things, these claims they make that seem like it's a myth, but they really have these super soldiers behind the scenes.
And a part of them, how they, defiled us, was they pretty much gave us this stuff to pretty much, mess our bodies up, so we won't be able to pretty much ascend to the point where we're going to be able to have that power, man. So that's showing you that's going to be the Lord that's going to give it to us, man.
Yeah, I'm going to read this in the good news. All right, we got good news. All right, this is Micah 4. All right, in the good news translation, same verse, Micah 4 and verse 11. All right, it says, Micah 4 and 11 says, many nations have gathered to attack you. They say Jerusalem must be destroyed. We will see this city in ruins. But these nations do not know what is in the Lord's mind. They do not realize that they have been gathered together to be punished in the same way that grain is brought in to be threshed. Verse 13. The Lord Yahweh Shai says, people of Jerusalem, go and punish your enemies. I will make you strong. I will make you as strong as a bull with iron horns and bronze hoofs. Can you imagine that? Could you imagine a bull with iron horns and bronze hoofs on his feet?
Okay.
Come on, man. It says, people of Jerusalem, go and punish your enemies. I will make you as strong as a bull with iron horns and bronze hoofs. You will crush many nations, and the wealth they got by violence you will present to me, the Lord Yahweh Shai of the whole world.
Ooh, man. Like I said, man, hey, we're gonna get that power, man. That's the thing that these elites fear the most, man. Because they know with that power, man, hey, we're gonna be unfuckwittable, man.
Yep.
Right? They are afraid. That's why James 2:19, man. They know that how about Shah is gonna get busy, man. He's gonna put that power on his men to make us, get busy with you devils, man. All right. Real quick, you go Jeremiah 15 and 16.
Bring it up.
And at the end of the day, man, hey, fishing season's almost up, man.
That's
all
it.
right?
Exactly.
Hey, we're about to be hunters real soon, Lord willing, man. Okay.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, and verse 16. Behold, I will send forth many fishers, said the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them.
Yep. And hey, the hunters going into the angels and brothers with the spiritual power too, man. All right, we're gonna be hunting, you devils, 2/3, all you fishers now, and you to death. All right. Yep. That's the judgment of the Most High going to be enacted by us.
Yeah, the Lord said in Jeremiah 30 and 16, they that devoured us shall be devoured.
That's right.
We read earlier about how the nations have eaten us up, they have swallowed us down. Going to what? To the concrete, man. Right?
And it says from every mountain, and then from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
Right. You're going to be pulling you devils out the rocks like how you pull the same out that hole, man.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
right?
That's
And
right.
you devils going to get plucked like kids, man. All right? Because, hey, it's no hiding from the middle of the Lord that day, man. All right, we're gonna know all just like the Most High, man. All right? We're going to know exactly where to go get you, exactly where to put you, all right? What to do with you, at that point in time, man. The Lord will give us the power to do all that, man. Yep. We're going to be the weapon of the Most High. And to back it up, this is Jeremiah 51 and 20. Yep. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
He said, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, man. The elect. All right? They're going to be raised with that power, man. All right? The superheroes, the Dragon Ball Z, all that stuff that you see. The X-Men, man. All right? Because the X-Men is really about Jake. We would be considered the mutants.
That's right.
Right?
They know that. That's why when Stanley created the X-Men, he fashioned Professor X and Magneto after Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Yep.
So they knew that the mutants was Jake.
Right.
When you watch that with a spiritual eye, they go through exactly what we go through now, man.
Exactly.
Right? The regular people are the Edomites, and the mutants are Jake, man.
Right. And what's so heavy too, even now when you see Jake do something athletic, all right, or run really fast, what do they call him? A freak. You know? A freak of nature. So that's damn near saying he a mutant.
We do things that's not. We do things that a man can't do.
Not of this world.
Not of this world, man. Well, because what was the guy that had to see? What's his name? Was it Jesse Owen?
Yep.
He had to see. He had to see that shit.
Yep.
He had to see it for himself, man. Because he's like, man, you can run like that. Come on, man.
Yep.
We're the sons of living God.
Salt of the earth, a special people. The Lord said that one people shall be stronger than the other people. Right? So Esau knows all about the DNA, the genetics. That's why he's using the bioweaponry to alter your DNA to destroy us, man.
Exactly.
Right?
I know that power come. I got one.
Yeah.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 13. Arise and bless, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hood brass.
Yep, came out again.
Oh, it's like, yeah. So going into that iron, man, that's where some laser beams, that's where it's coming out of, right? He says, and thou will beat in the pieces many people, and I will consecrate the gate of the Lord, and is acceptable to the Lord of the whole earth.
Right. Read that out. And I'm going to read it in the good news after you read it. 14 to the end.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, starting at verse 14. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind.
Yeah, which is going to be that nuclear destroying wind. Go ahead.
Like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm. Like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest.
Yep.
And passeth away as the remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day.
Hey, the triumphing of the wicked is short.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 15. But the righteous live forevermore.
That's right.
Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High.
That's it.
Verse 16.
That's right.
Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand.
That's right.
For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them.
And that's Yahweh Shai. With his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm he shall protect them. Go ahead.
Verse 17. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies.
And who's the creature? The elect. He's going to make them into a weapon for the revenge of his enemies. Go ahead.
He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and true judgment instead of an helmet. He shall take holiness for an invincible shield.
Ooh, he shall take holiness for an invincible shield. All right? The elect are not going to be touched in that time, and when the Lord raises them up with that power. All right? That's the true definition of turning up. Go ahead.
Verse 20. His severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise.
Yeah, it says the world shall fight. Read that again.
Verse 20. His severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise.
And the world shall fight with him against the unwise. So that's talking about the elect. All right? The world is going to fight alongside with Yahweh Shai against the unwise. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 21. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad.
Hey, because you got to understand, man, you're going to have nuclear warheads hitting the earth, and then you're going to have the chariots emitting them laser beams, man. Turning these people to powder, man. The Lord said he won't beat in pieces many people. Right? Go ahead.
Start at 21 again. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow, shall they fly to the mark. Verse 22. And hailstones full of wrath shall be cast as out of a stone bow, and the water of the sea shall rage against them, and the flood shall cruelly drown them. Verse 23. Yeah, a mighty wind shall stand up against them, like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealing shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty.
Now, I'm going to read this in the good news, because this is heavy too. I'm going to read them same verses. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and verse 14, it says, what hope do wicked people have? Right? What hope do wicked people have? Only the hope of straw blown about in the wind. The hope of ocean foam that disappears in the storm. The hope of the smoke. The hope of the smoke in the breeze. The hope lasts no longer than the memory of a guest who stays one day and leaves the next. Right? Showing you how quick the wicked is going to be uprooted and taken out of the earth. Verse 15. But the righteous live on forever. The Lord will reward them. The Most High will protect them. He will give them royal splendor and a magnificent crown. He will shield them with his powerful arm. He will go out into battle, determined to defeat his enemies, and use the creation of itself as a weapon. All right, and you Jakes, all right, the elect are that creation that he's going to use as the weapon. Reading on, it says, righteousness will be his armor. Genuine justice will be his helmet. Holiness will be his invincible shield. He will sharpen his stern anger into a sword, and the forces of nature will join him in battle against those who are foolish enough to oppose him. Woo, man. And that's the world that's going to fight against the Lord. Bolts of lightning will strike on his target, them laser beams, as if the Lord had made a bow out of the clouds and was shooting arrows. So it's going to be literal, like it's going to be like lasers coming out the clouds. It says hailstones will beat down on his enemies with terrible force. They showed you that in the World of Worlds. Motherfuckers was getting blown to powder. Reading on, it says the oceans and rivers will come rushing over them in a devastating flood. Great windstorms will blow them away like straw. Lawlessness will be the ruin of the whole world. This is what we're telling you, man. Right? Lawlessness is going to be the end of this place, man.
That's coming too.
That's coming.
That's next.
It's already happened. It says lawlessness will be the ruin of the whole world. Evil actions will cause governments to fall.
Sedition amongst men, people taking action in their own hands.
Come on, man.
Wars of the people. That's taking, like the brother said, that's taking place now in various countries. What's this country? What is the story? Lebanon. They went in there with the guns. They want their money. Putting a gun to the bank teller's head. They want their money. That's coming to America.
Yeah,
Man.
that's next level.
That's next, man.
Next level. All these things that we read in is next level, man.
Yep.
Things are going to go up a whole nother notch, man.
Yep. And it's all of the Lord, man.
God.
I had one real.
Bring it out, brother. Bring your precepts up.
This is Zechariah chapter 9 and verse 12. Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope, even to the day that I declare that I will render double unto thee. And I have bent Judah for me, filled with the bow of Ephraim, and raised up the sons of Zion against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as a sword of a mighty man.
That's good.
And that's what the Lord is about to do, man. The Lord is about to raise up the two witnesses, which are the Negro, Latino, Native American, which make the 12 patriarchs of Israel, and what tear down the old Greece, which are the Edomites, man.
Yeah.
And also the other heathen nations, man. Because we're gonna be as an instrument, as a brothers is bringing out through the Lord, man. The Lord's gonna raise us up through the Spirit to wreak havoc unto these people, man. Coming soon, man.
Yep, I got you. This is Zechariah, right? This is Zechariah chapter, bear with me. This is Zechariah 9.
That's what it is. Yeah.
You read it already?
Yeah.
Oh, it's lucky. All right, Zechariah 9 and 13. I have bent Judah for me. All right, the head of the southern kingdom.
Because the Lord said I will raise up the tents of Judah first.
Yep. Filled the bow with Ephraim. All right, the head of the northern kingdom.
Yep.
It says, and raise up thy sons. All right, which is really what the house of David being raised up. And raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, you Edomites, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. So the tribes are going to be raised up with power. See, this is what all the nations feared that was going to happen. That's why when you read Revelation 11, it says after that 3 days and a half, right, give me that.
This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 11.
Because remember, James, the second chapter, James 2 and 19, the devils also believed and trembled. They feared this day coming back, man.
Yep.
That the slaves that they conquered would rise back up with power, man.
Yep.
Coming back to what? Their true nationality and heritage, calling on the true power of heaven and earth.
Yep. This is Revelation chapter 11 and 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them.
That's right, that's right. Go ahead.
And they stood upon their feet.
And they stood upon our feet. Us coming back, standing upon our feet, being raised up, man. We're being raised up back what? With the true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. Calling on the true power in his true name. We have the name, man.
Yep. And his prophecy said once to shall name as Jacob and once to say Israel, man. That's what you see taking place, man. The 12 tribes of Israel are waking back up, man, fulfilling prophecy. Man.
Right, and Esau can't counter that.
Nope.
He can't offset that, man. This was the inevitable that was bound to happen. Yep,
Yep.
that's right.
What the brother had there, that's what? The transatlantic slave trade? fulfilling prophecy. Man.
And these Israelites that were scattered amongst these lands out of the elect were going to wake up, as we went into earlier. They were going to wake up and come back to the truth.
Scripture right here, Baruch 2:30. For I knew they would not hear me because it's a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. Are we not seeing that?
Yep.
All throughout the world on the YouTube, brothers waking up, calling upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yep.
That's showing you prophecy is dead. It's smacking Esau is dead in the face.
Dead in the face.
You know? We can't stop this uprising, man.
Right.
And it said, great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Yeah, great fear. Great fear is upon these nations, man. Esau and these heathens, the crafty counsel of the world leaders. Great fear is on them because they know that eventually the elect, whoever they may be, are going to be raised up with spiritual power.
Right.
They know that the miracles are going to come down on the earth. Right? The Lord told us, that was it on that. The Lord told us it was Luke 22 or Luke 24. Let's get that real quick. It's Luke 24. All right. Luke 24 in verse 49. And it reads, it says, I start at 47, read down. It says, Luke 24 and 47, and that repentance and remissions of sins should be preached in his name among all nations. Let me see that sign again. You got that slave sign? Right? Right? So it says, read it again. Right? Hold it up for me, God. It says, Luke 24 and 47, and that repentance and remissions of sins should be preached in his name among all nations, beginning at Jerusalem. So you got Jakes that are amongst all these different nations, man. That's why the word had to go out. Read it on. That's it. Verse 48. And ye are witnesses of these things, and behold, I send the promise of my Father upon you. But tarry ye in the city of Jerusalem until you be endued with power from on high, man. All right? So that's what the elect are patiently waiting for. Those that are laboring in the ministry, that are forwarding the work. We're waiting on to be endued with power from the heavens, man. All right? Because we believe that. Just like in the times of Acts, right? You had Peter, you had Paul, you had the different disciples. Essentially, what were they doing? They were doing miracles, right? Matter of fact, we can get that. Acts the 3rd chapter, right? Somebody read that for me. Acts 3, and start at, bear with me, let me pull it up. Start at the top.
You got it?
Acts 3:1. Now Peter and John went up together into the temple at the hour of prayer, being the 9th hour, in verse 2. And a certain man, lame from his mother's womb, was carried, whom they laid daily at the gate of the temple, which is called Beautiful, to ask alms of them that entered into the temple.
Yep.
Who, seeing Peter and John about to go into the temple, asking alms. Verse 4.
Yep.
And Peter, fastening his eyes upon him with John, said, Look on us.
Yep.
Verse 5. And he gave heed unto them, expecting to receive something of them.
Yep.
Then Peter said, Silver and gold have I none, but such as I have give thee, such as I have give I thee. In the name of Yahushua Mashiach of Nazareth, rise up and walk.
Yeah,
Rise up and walk.
Rise up and walk, man. That's power. It's power in the name. Right? So he told this lame man that couldn't walk, in the name of Yahushua, rise up and walk. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And he took him by the right hand and lifted him up. And immediately his feet and ankle bones received strength.
You see that? Immediately, his feet and ankle bones receive strength. And these things are going to happen on the earth in these days. Shit's going to turn up. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 8. And he leaping up stood and walked and entered with them into the temple, walking and leaping and praising Yahweh.
It's the same thing going back with the brother brought out with the black Jesus story, man. Right? Wasn't he doing like miracles amongst the people? You see what I'm saying? And it got and the news got out there to what? To the elites got involved. They found out and they flew out there and they
Had a meeting with him.
They had a meeting with him.
Tried to kill him.
They tried to kill him. You see what I'm saying? Oh, it's all over the internet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's going to come again, like he told him when they tried to chop his body up, man. Right? They said that what? His body reformed.
They cut him up and sent him on plane, sent his body part in 4 different planes going to all different parts of the world. He dematerialized back into the office, fully whole, you know, like nothing happened to him, man.
Yep.
You know?
And he told him, he said, in the last days, there's going to be many more like me that are going to come upon the earth, and you are not going to be able to stop them.
Right.
Right?
And it's gonna be like that the Avengers movie when everybody was coming out the portal.
Oh, yeah.
That's how that elect gonna be, man.
That's right, brother. Yeah, you got it.
This is Acts chapter 6, verse 8, straight to the point.
That's a good one.
And Stephen, full of faith and power, did great wonders and miracles among the people. And that's backing up the elder brother said, man, that's coming again, man. We're going to do great miracles and wonders amongst the people. Apparatus, our Lord willing, we're those men.
Yeah, we in the time of Acts now.
Yep. Because uproars of the people. Because you reading the time of Acts, we're reading the book, it was causing uproars of the people, man. It was causing people questioning the government and things like that. That's happening all over.
Jake-
Idols are being cast out.
Yep.
Jake waking up is already a form of those miracles, so it's gonna be even more that you're gonna see happen, man.
The miracles got to go to another level now.
Right.
Come on, man. I got something too. Acts the 4th chapter. All right. This is Acts 4:1. It says, and as they spake unto the people, the priests and the captain of the temple, and the Sadducees came upon them, being grieved that they taught the people and preached through Yahushua the resurrection from the dead. And they laid hands on them, all right? Those miracles. And they laid hands on them and put them in hold until the next day. For it was now eventide. Howbeit many of them which heard the word believed, and the number of men was about 5,000. So hey, when the people saw the miracles, you have 5,000 people that believed and were converted, man.
That's right.
And it's the same thing now, like it tells you in give me Psalms 110 and 3. Right? Thy people shall be willing.
Psalms 110 and 3. It says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power.
You see that? Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, because not only that, because you got specific souls out there, right, that have to see the miracles and the power to fully be converted and come into this thing.
You got people that have like what's his name, Thomas, that had to see the holes in Yahushua's hand. They gotta see the miracles take place, man.
Yep.
And seeing that, that's how they'll be converted. Man.
Like the blind man in John the 9th chapter.
Right. It says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness, from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth.
Yeah, so our people are gonna be willing in the day of the power. They're gonna be willing to do anything to be on the good side of the Lord.
Winning team.
On the winning team at that time, man. Right? So you got certain spirits that are being reserved for that very moment. Right?
Some might have to get healed in order for them to believe, man.
Exactly. That's right. What you got? I can
Well, Acts 1 and 8.
Yep.
Going into the power.
Yep.
Right? But ye shall receive power after the Holy Ghost has come upon you.
Yeah, then the Lord told us in Luke 24, verse 44, be patient until you be endued with power from on high. Go ahead.
And ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea,
Yep.
and in Samaria, and unto the uttermost parts of the earth.
And the uttermost parts of the earth is over here. In the Western Hemisphere, America. We are in the uttermost parts of the earth right now, man. And that power is going to be manifested.
That's right.
Right?
We was in the old world when that took place. We was in the east.
Yeah, we was in the east at that time. Exactly.
We're going to John 9 and
9, 1 through 3.
This is John. This is St. John chapter 9, verse 1. And
Yeah.
as Yahushua
It
passed
was-
by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth.
All right, so this man was blind from his birth. Go ahead.
And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born
That
blind?
he was born blind, man. Go ahead.
And it said, verse 3, Yahushua answered, neither have this man sinned or his parents, but that, it said, but that the works of Yahweh should be made manifest in him.
You see that? So he was born blind so that the works of the Heavenly Father through his Son would be manifest for people to see. You see that? That was the point. So that the power would be seen, man. Just like in this time, the power is going to be seen. And as we continue to prophesy, right, eventually the Lord is going to bring it to pass. As we get closer to the destruction and this devil coming down with great wrath, he's gonna make the world, he's gonna allow the world to see that. It's gonna be known.
Right. This is why we're telling our people, man, hey, to believe now. Believe now. So at the end of the day, hey, it'd be better if you believe now than you have to see it in the end, man. Real quick, dealing with Thomas, John 20, and I'm gonna go down to the point in verse 29.
That's right.
It says, Yahushua saith unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed. And many other signs truly did Yahushua in the presence of his disciples, which are not written in his book, but these are written that ye might believe that Yahushua is the Mashiach, the son of Yahweh, and that believe that you might have life in his name, because we understand that we're actually going to be doing things that Yahushua did and more.
This is St. John chapter 14, verse 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I shall do, shall he do also.
Yep.
And greater works than these shall he do.
So the Lord said, not only are you going to do greater works, doing works, but you're going to do greater works. So it's no telling what type of power that the Lord is going to manifest upon the elect, man. The things that the miracles and divine power that the men of the Lord are going to be doing in that time, right?
He says, because I go unto my Father.
Yep.
Verse 13, and whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son.
Yeah.
If you shall ask anything in my name, I will do it.
Yeah, hey, ask anything in the name. And we believe that, man. We believe the Lord is going to cover us. He's going to deliver us with the power. He's going to make things happen.
That's why, as I mentioned earlier, if you truly believe that you're going to have spiritual power, you gotta have faith when you call on the Lord. All right, the Lord's going to make it happen. Like when Elijah called down fire from heaven, he believed the Lord was going to do that, man. You got to believe the Lord's going to give you spiritual power, man.
And we believe because we have our own different various testimonies through our walks, man. The Lord always come through, man. Even as the Christian church say, he always on time. That's real time for the men of the Lord, man. Because anytime the brothers is going through certain situations, the Lord always get us through it, man. He delivers, man, right on time, man.
Give me who's down with that, John? Give me Matthew 21, 18 to 21. Matter of fact, give me Matthew 17 to 20. And then you give me Matthew 18 versus Matthew 21, 18 to 21. All right? So we're talking about the amplifying of power, man. Right? We're talking about the Lord taking things next level, man. Okay? It has to. It has to go down like that because we at the end, man. Esau is ready to roll upon the saints. Revelation 12 and 12. All right? Matthew 17 and verse 18. Matthew 17 and verse 20. And then Matthew 21, verse 18 through 21.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 21, verse 18. Now in the morning, as he returned unto the city, he hungered.
Yep.
And when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came into it and found nothing thereon, but leaves only, and said unto it, let no fruit grow on these henceforth forever. And presently the fig tree withered away.
Yep.
And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying,
right,
how soon is the fig tree withered away?
That's right.
Yahushua answered and said unto them, verily I say unto you, if ye have faith, you doubt not.
Yep. If you have faith, you doubt not, man. That's right. Scriptures tell us that there's nothing impossible with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Right. Doubt not. Go ahead.
And it says, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree,
yep,
but also if ye shall say unto this mountain, be therefore removed, and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done.
Right, right. So we're going to have the power to move mountains. Literally, man. Right? That's big faith. Okay, you got to believe that, man. Okay, anymore?
And it says, and all these things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive.
Like your brother said. You got to believe. You got to pray and believe that the Lord's going to do that, man. Right?
But you got to leave it on. You got to just put your trust in the Lord, man.
Right.
You got to pray to the Lord and say, hey, it's in His hands. That's the mindset of something with the Lord, man. Because at the end of the day, that's a gift that's only given to the men of the Lord. That's what the gift of faith.
That's right.
Everybody's not going to have faith on that.
That's it.
Matthew 17 and 20. And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of a mustard seed.
You know how small the mustard seed is, man? Right? If you have the faith the size of a grain of a mustard seed, go ahead.
Ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove.
Yeah, come on, man. That's power, man.
Nothing shall be impossible.
See that? That's the times we in, man. Next level, nothing is going to be impossible, all right, to the Lord's elect, man. So when shit hits the fan out here, there's going to be a standard lifted up, man. All right? There's going to be angels in the midst. There's going to be intervention. We believe that, man. What other way is going to get us through the trial and the test, man? When you got fucking robots, you got artificial intelligence, you got satellites monitoring everything, you got super soldiers that are chipped up, right? This man, his blessing was the sword, so he got all the gunpowder, he got the military, so what else the fuck is gonna get you through the times, man? Right?
We're gonna need that hedge of protection when all hell is breaking loose, man. That's the elder speaking on all these things that this devil's about to do. Hey, you gotta have divine intervention.
Yeah.
You gotta have divine intervention that's gonna get you through these things.
Exactly.
The Lord's gonna be suffering with you. You go in the book of Sirach, the second chapter. The Lord said, "Who has the Lord?" I'll grab it real quick.
Hey, like another example, you had the 3 holy children that was thrown in the furnace. There were no other options for them. All they had was faith in that furnace. And guess who appeared? Yahushua was in the midst.
They had so much faith that they went singing into the furnace.
Yeah.
So that's how they knew they was gonna be good.
See?
Daniel's in the lion's den.
Yep. That's
He
heavy.
got fed by Habakkuk. Come on, man. We're in those times, man. Brothers shouldn't be worried about, I see Esau over there preparing. They got full ass skin, full of food and shit. Nah, man. At the end of the day, the Lord's got us, man.
Hey, in actuality, Esau's the one that's worried.
Yes.
Because he knows that what? The right hand is going to overthrow the left.
Yep.
They know that. See, he got the carnal blessing and technology, he's boasting about it. All right, but the Lord's about to do something far greater than he ever could imagine, man. You know?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see. Did any ever trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
So how much in these days? How much more in these times of terror, man? And great calamity.
And it says, or whom did ever despise that called upon him? And that's what we're telling our people, man. You put you're supposed to be building up your spiritual bank account right now so you can cash in when all hell is breaking loose, man. Because when all hell's breaking loose, man, we're cashing in all the chips, man. Just like Vegas, when you go in and cash that chip in, we're doing the same thing, man. Because we're gonna get fed when all you niggas gonna be out here starving, man. When your kids gonna get ripped up by teeth and wild beasts, man. Our kids is gonna be safe, man. We have faith in that, man. But faith comes by what? By hearing the word and trusting in Yahweh Shem Shah, man.
Yeah.
That's where it starts, man.
Real quick, Wisdom of Solomon 15. Wisdom of Solomon 15:3. For to know thee is perfect righteousness. Right? You got to know the Lord.
Yeah.
All right? In
And
spirit and
you
truth.
got to know the name.
You got to know the name.
You can't be calling on another name, man.
Yeah.
The name is the key to the foundation.
Hey,
man.
spiritual power ain't coming through Jesus Christ.
Hell, man. You gonna get a
Ain't
nuke.
nothing.
You gonna get a nuke. That's what's coming for
Right.
Jesus. Goddamn nuke.
Jay gonna be calling on Allah. I think you gonna get power and shit.
You don't get that power and nuke on
Yahweh and shit. Right? Wisdom of Solomon 15:3, it says, for to know thee is perfect righteousness. Yea, to know thy power is the root of immortality.
Hey, that's why it's a blessing. You got to know the mindset of the Lord, man. The only ones that know the mindset of the Lord is the ones that supper with him, man. The ones that when the Lord stand on the door and knock, and to let the Lord in, man, so he can sup with him, so we can get built up for the times that we're approaching, man.
Bring it out, bro. This is the book of St. John, chapter 14, verse 12. Verily, verily, red letter Yahweh Shai speaking down here. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go to my Father. You see that? So when you think about Yahweh Shai, matter of fact, scripture saying that the works that he did, all of them contain the scriptures. So Yahweh Shai walked on water, appeared, reappeared, he healed the sick, all of that, man. See that? You know? So we're going to be able to do greater works if we believe in the names of Yahweh Shai, man, on the true name of Yahweh Shai and also Yahweh. You see that? So like our elders say, we don't have no need to be afraid of nothing, man. Esau needs to be afraid. See?
Yep.
Keep reading here, verse 13. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that my Father may be glorified in the Son. Verse 14. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. You see, that's the kind of faith that we got to have in the time that we're coming in, man.
That's right, bro.
Have that Elder Hawad says, that crazy faith. See?
You gotta have crazy faith. You think you're gonna have spiritual power, man.
That's right.
Because the world looks at that as like you bugged out, man. You watch too many superhero shows, man.
Right.
You think we're gonna fly, you know, all that, man. These people don't see that as a reality, man. But that's in the Bible for a reason, man. So that's what the Paul was saying, man. We don't have nothing to worry about. I got one more.
Yep.
This is Isaiah 41 and 13. For I, the Lord thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee.
Yeah, the Lord said He's gonna hold our right hand like you got a child and you walking that child across the street holding his hand. That's how the Lord gonna be with us in the spirit, man.
You got that Christian poem in the world, you know, the footprints in the sand, you know, which is actually spiritual. But that's the Lord is gonna carry us through all this, man. You know, it says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel." You know, because the Lord, like he said, man, we have nothing to fear because He's with us, man. He said it all throughout the scriptures. He says, man, he's always with us, man. With us wherever we go, man.
And he said, I will be with you to the ends of the world.
Exactly. So that's why he said, man, if you fight for me unto death, I will fight for you, man. Don't be afraid, man, because your fear, all fear is the train of the help that the Lord has for you, man.
Yeah. I got another example of the faith of our forefathers and ancient prophets. All right, this is and somebody hold. We'll wrap up with Psalm 27, short chapter, but I want to read this real quick. Right, this is 2 Maccabees, chapter 15 and verse 20, and it reads, all right. It says, and now when all look what shall be the trial, and the enemies were already come near, and the army was set in array, and the beasts conveniently placed, and the horsemen set in wings. Maccabees, seeing the coming of the multitude, and the diverse preparations of armor, and the fierceness of the beast, stretched out his hands towards heaven, and called upon the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that worketh wonders, knowing that the victory cometh not by arms, but even as it seemeth good to him, he giveth it to such as are worthy. Verse 22. Therefore, in his prayer, he said after this manner, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, thou didst send thy angel in the time of Ezekiel, king of Judah. All right, I think this is talking about Hezekiah. It says, king of Judah, and didst lay in the host of Sennacherib 185,000. All right, that's how many people got put to death. Right, it was 135,000 men. It says, wherefore now also, Lord of heaven, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, send a good angel before us for a fear and dread unto them. And through thy might of thy arm, let those be stricken with terror that come against thy holy people to blaspheme. And he ended thus. Then Nacorn and they that were with him came forward with the trumpets and songs. But Judas and his company encountered the enemies with invocation and prayer, so that fighting with their hands and praying unto Yahweh Shemawashah with their hearts, they slew no less than 35,000 men. For through the appearance of Yahweh Shemawashah, they were greatly cheered. And now when the battle was done, returning again with joy, they knew that Nicanor lay dead in his harness. Then they made a great shout and a noise, praising the Almighty in their own language. Woo, man.
I got one to add to that point. At the end of the day, like you said, the battle is not ours to fight. It's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua,
Like
right?
King David said.
This is 2 Chronicles chapter 20, verse 15. And he said, hearken ye all Judah, and ye inhabitants of Jerusalem, and thou King Jehoshaphat, thus saith the Lord unto you, be not afraid nor dismayed by the reason of this great multitude.
Exactly.
For the battle is not yours, but the Most High.
That's right.
That's really the point.
And we coming into the time where we're going to be surrounded, man. We talked about another siege coming, man. The elder apostle Rambam went into that, going into the first Maccabees, you know, of that great wrath like Antiochus did upon Jerusalem is going to come again, man. We in that time. Right?
I got a quick one.
Go ahead.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 20 and verse 1. When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them. For the Lord thy power is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
Beautiful.
And it shall be, when ye are come nigh unto the battle, that the priests shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto a battle against your enemies. Let not your hearts faint, fear not, and do not tremble.
That's right.
Neither be ye terrified because of them. For the Lord your power is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you.
Beautiful.
I mean, you know, it speaks for itself, you know? The Lord's going to fight for us, man. We have nothing to fear. Nothing that Esau can do can come against you if the Lord has you sealed as one of his elect.
Exactly. There's a reason why the scriptures I keep quoting in James 2:19 that the devils also believe and tremble.
Right.
There's a reason why that's written, because they know what's getting ready to happen. They know the stories of old. They know about the power of Israel, man.
Right.
Right?
At the end of the day, man, and we know our spirits belong to the Most High, man. So there's nothing Esau can do to us, man. Really.
That's right.
He can hurt. He can kill the flesh, but he can't kill our spirit, man.
That's right. That's right.
Isaiah 41:8, it says, But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Thou, whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. We're talking about the elect. Verse 10, it says, Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power.
That's right.
I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Hey, so that's why we shouldn't fear, man. The Most High got us. No matter what we go through, the Most High is going to take care of us. But last one right here, it says, verse 11, Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded.
That's right.
They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Right, so all our enemies, man, are going to be, pretty much done away with, man. The Most High is going to take care of that.
Read Psalm 27.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 27, verse 1.
And this is King David once again, our king. This is what he said. Right?
The Psalm of David. The Lord Yahweh Shemawashah is my light and my salvation.
Right?
Whom shall I fear?
Whom shall I fear?
The Lord Yahweh Shemawashah is the strength of my life.
Yup.
Of whom shall I be afraid?
Of whom shall I be afraid? The Lord is the strength of our lives. Of whom shall we be afraid? Read on.
Verse 2. Wicked, even my enemies and my foes, come upon me to eat up my flesh.
Yep.
They shall stumble and fall.
Hey, the Lord gonna raise the standard up when the enemy come down with great wrath. Right? And when they come in as a flood, Isaiah 59. Read on.
Verse 3. Though an host should encamp against me,
Though an host, a host is an army. So a host shall encamp against me, meaning being surrounded. Go ahead.
my heart shall not fear.
Yeah, this is what King David said, man. My heart should not fear. Read on.
Though war should rise against me,
Though war should rise, are we not in the midst of a spiritual war?
That's right.
Is not Esau ready to come down and do away with Jacob? All right, was not the dragon wroth with the woman?
Yep.
Go ahead.
in this will I be confident.
In this, I will be confident, man. Go ahead.
Verse 4. One thing I have desired of the Lord Yahweh Shah, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord Yahweh
Uh-huh.
all the days of my life,
Yep.
to behold the beauty of the Lord Yahweh
Uh-huh.
and to inquire in his temple.
Read on.
Verse 5. For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion.
Yeah, in the time of trouble, the Lord is going to hide us in his pavilion, man. All right, in that strong tower, in that refuge. Read on.
In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me.
You see that? In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He's going to hide the elect from trouble. Go ahead.
He shall set me up upon a rock. And now shall my head be lifted up above my enemies
Right.
round about me.
And that rock is Yahweh Shai, man, the refuge of the Israelites. Go ahead.
Therefore will I offer in the tabernacle sacrifices of joy.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Yahweh Shai was always there in the midst of trouble, man. That's right. Even going back to ancient Egypt. He was that cloud. All right? The pillar of fire by night. Right? He was the chariot. He was in the chariot, man. All right? Go ahead.
I will sing praises unto the Lord Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
Hear, O Lord Yahweh Shah, when I cry with my voice. Have mercy also upon me,
That's right.
and answer me when thou sayest, seek ye my face. My heart said unto thee, thy face, O Lord Yahweh Shah, will I seek.
That's it.
Hide not thy face far from me. Put not thy servant away in thy anger.
Uh-huh.
Thou hast been my help. Leave me not, neither forsake me.
That's right.
O my power of my salvation.
That's right. Go ahead.
Verse 10. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 27, verse 10. When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord Yahweh Shai will take me up.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Teach me thy way, O Lord Yahweh Shai, and lead me in plain paths. Because deliver me not over to the will of my enemies.
That's right.
For false witnesses are rising up against me.
Yeah, the slander, the persecution. Deliver me not over to the will of my enemies. What does he want to ultimately do? Chip your ass, man.
Yep.
Put you in a digital slavery. With put a perpetual blot upon you.
Yep.
All right? Go ahead.
And such as breathe out cruelty.
Yeah.
Verse 13. I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord Yahweh Shai in the land of living. Verse 14. Wait on the Lord Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Be of good courage,
Be of good courage.
and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord.
Lord's-
The
The Lord's going to strengthen our heart. Wait on him, man.
Right.
We wait. We all waiting on the Lord. That's what every brother out here. We waiting on the Lord because we believe in the words that he says, man.
Right.
Hasten the day was
We
coming.
hasten in the day of his coming because the power is going to be uplifted on the earth.
Right.
Right? How about Shimei Shai is about to show Esau that he is the true power, man.
Right.
Right?
Yep. We have
I know God, but you are a man. That's why ultimately we're not to fear you devils, man. If you can't do nothing about Yahweh Shimei Shai's approval, so like you say, he's about to show you that nigga, you didn't went too far. You ain't no damn God, man.
Exactly, man. That you're just a mortal man.
You a mortal man.
Basis of
Basis
man.
man.
That's it, man.
We
That's it. That's all I got, right? So, hey, Lord's will, man. It's edifying. This camp was edifying, man. Hey, believe on the power, man. Things are going next level. We in those times. Pray this lesson was edifying. We're going to close it out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Why do you not?